Hi, welcome to the first episode of Rocket Girl Music. I'm your host, Heather, and this is Keats Conlon.
Hi, it's good to see you, Heather.
Nice to meet you.
And it's good to see all of you. Well, see the camera, and I'm sure I can't see you. Anyways, so
Wouldn't it be cool if you could, see them through the computer?
That would be
Eventually,
cool.
that'll happen.
probably
Eventually.
that'll be interesting. Except that might be kind of creepy for people who just watch stuff in their underwear or I know right after coming out of the shower, sometimes I'm I don't want to put on clothes, but let's look at funny YouTube videos.
Do that all the time.
Yeah.
Being
So
naked is awesome.
Let's leave that. Let's hope we don't see them. I am from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Born and raised. Same house, same street forever. So that's cool.
Nice. Not a lot of people have that.
Yeah, it's an interesting experience, I guess.
Yeah. So, your music, could you give people who have never heard it before an idea of what your style's like?
Oh, I'm so terrible at describing my own style.
I think everybody is. 'Cause
Yeah.
everyone's but I'm original.
Exactly. You can't define my style. No, it's I guess folky, alternative, sometimes jazzy-ish. I don't know. That's the best I can do.
That's decent.
Indie, I guess. I don't know.
So, what exactly made you want to start playing music in the first place?
Well, I've always played music. I mean, I could sing before I could talk. I would just babble along to songs. So I've always loved
You play
singing.
guitar in a lot of your YouTube videos, which is
Yes.
where I found you.
Oh,
I
yeah?
found you on YouTube.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I just typed in Windsor female musician and up pops Keats Conlon.
Yay, I'm so happy.
So when did you start playing, and what made you start playing the guitar?
Well, the guitar, my dad always played the guitar. He's really musical too. Actually, my whole family's really musical, and but my dad always played the guitar for us when we were little, and so I started playing, I think, when I was about grade 6, and I just loved it because it's so easy to carry around and sing with. So it's a really versatile instrument, and I love that about it.
Do you play any other instruments, or?
I know the absolute basics to piano. I played piano for a little while. I'm learning drums. I started learning fiddle, but that's a really difficult instrument, but now I want to try and learn violin instead. I think those are the only ones. I want to, my goal is to become average at as many instruments as I possibly can, so
goal.
We'll see what happens.
So do you have a favorite chord?
It changes day to day, but I really like C. It's just simple, it's the go-to chord.
Yeah, it sounds pretty.
Yeah.
Variations of C always sound very, majestic. So what are some of your influences?
Influences, my parents have both influenced me a lot. My dad he writes as well, both music, plays, all kinds of stuff. And so lyrically and actually with writing, he's inspired me more. But my mom is also really passionate about music. She's always singing and oh, listen to this new CD and listen to this one. So she's always helped me out that way. And then as far as famous musicians, I mean, just the basics. The Beatles have always been with me. Simon and Garfunkel, Regina Spektor, actually, I really like. It's the only ones off the top of my head.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite bands or artists right now? Who's on top of your playlist?
It's so funny because they're so opposite to my music, but I am in love with the band Jet, the Australian one. They just broke up recently, which actually broke my heart a little bit. But so them, Blink-182, Mother actually is a really good band. Yeah, those are the top of my playlist right now. Yeah.
So Jet, if you're watching, get back together.
Please.
'Cause she wants to hear some more of your stuff.
I'd love to hear some more of your stuff.
So you're a female identified artist, and what is it like being a female identified artist in such a male-dominated area?
Honestly, I imagine if I were to ever get bigger, I play a fair amount in Windsor, but I imagine if I were to ever actually go and travel and stuff like that, then it would become a problem. But thus far, it has really just, it hasn't affected me too much, except that it has maybe, there are certain places that I find I can play that guys wouldn't be able to play, it'll be a females only.
Is this something you could see yourself doing as a career?
I would love to do this as a career. I mean, like, I'm realistic in the fact that, like, you can be the most talented person in the world, and it's still so much about luck that you may not make it in the industry. But, you know, I'm going to school for psychology, and, you know, like, I've got that going in case music doesn't work out. But hopefully, ideally, I would love for music to be my career.
Psych majors.
Yeah.
So your song Invasion, you have a video blog up on YouTube about it after you posted the song, and you mentioned that it is kind of about a zombie invasion. So could you give us some insight into that and where you stand on zombies in general?
Okay, so I actually wrote this song. I'm a psych major, but I'm also in ancient civs as a minor, just because it'll be so helpful in my future career. Not at all.
Ancient civilizations.
Yeah, it's ancient civilizations. Yeah, and we were reading like ancient Greek poetry, and it was so funny how, like, when they talk about love, it's always like in a negative way, like oh, you know, it burned him like a fire, and like just it really painful. They make it sound really terrible. So I was like, oh, that'd be kind of funny to make a love song about like. But make love sound like a bad thing. So that's what I did, and then I played it for one of the guys that I jam with, Kane, and he said, "Oh yeah, like that's a good song, Keats, but it sounds like a zombie invasion." And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, it does!" And I'm a lover of zombies. Like I know they've almost gotten too big now that everybody's like, "Oh, it's another zombie thing," but I think they're so cool. And I've read the Zombie Survival Guide, like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, like all those books, and. So I was so psyched that I had accidentally made a zombie song. Like, I still think that's so funny, and I'm always torn when I'm performing it to be like, this is a love song, or to be like, this is about zombies. Like, I don't know. It depends on the crowd.
Have you heard about the recent zombie happenings in real life? Like the boy who woke up after being dead and asked his father for water, and then like died again? Or like in Florida, all the people that were on like bath salts and like cannibalize other people's faces.
I think I heard a little bit about that one. The boy waking up and wanting water or whatever, I don't recall.
You have to check it out. It's freaky.
Oh, that's so scary. It's happening. It's like, I would be so... If a zombie apocalypse actually happened, I'd be torn between like, oh god, this is terrifying, and yes, it's finally happening. Like, I get to put all my training to good use. Like... it's so bad.
Okay, so last question about the like music-y stuff. This is like the standard question.
Okay.
Bikes, blades, or boards?
I didn't know that was a standard question, but awesome.
It is for me.
I wish I could skateboard. Like, I think it's the coolest thing. I always had this dream when I was a little girl that I would, this is actually probably really anti-feminist, and now I feel bad saying it. But when I was really little, I was like, I want a boyfriend who can teach me how to skateboard, and it'll be really super romantic, but I can also learn how to skateboard. Like, that was like my dream.
The underlying thinking. I just want to learn how to skateboard.
Somebody needs to teach me how to skateboard. Yeah, it's like, I would like it to be romantic, but I just want to learn how to skateboard. I saved up forever, bought a skateboard, and then I was like, oh wait, this is hard, and like I just never touched